Christopher Daniels is introduced. He's back here in wrestling, but he's signed to WCW. He's actually going to be.
I swear to God, for as much as this freaking dude criticizes me,
Christopher Daniels,
and then I'm constantly reminded of all the things I did for this guy. Seriously, and I forgot all about this, whatever you are about to say. So, Chris, the next time you freaking bury me, add this to the list of all the freaking things that I did for you, bro, before you bury me again in an interview. All right, go ahead, John.
Yeah, why is he burying you? WWF, WCW, TNA, you're helping this guy out. What's going on?
He did an interview with Chris Van Vliet where he basically said it was my fault he never got over. It's the old, well, I went out there and did everything he told me to do, and it didn't work. Whose fault is it? That's your typical effing wrestler that think they're a main event. They're not a freaking main event, and you try to do everything you possibly can with them, but they're going to fall someplace in the middle. That is on them, because the TV time he was given and the chances he was given and the angles he was given, he had more than enough time to get himself over. Here's a perfect example. Bro, look what they did to Chelsea Green in the freaking WWE. Look at what they did to her. They freaking put that U.S. title on her, okay? You know Chelsea's going to get that title over like $1 million, okay? They take it off of her for what I believe were political reasons, put it on Zelina Vega. Like, I don't even know where Zelina Vega is now. And even without the title, every time Chelsea is on TV, she steals the show. Every single time. That's on the freaking talent. John, that goes back to when the ringmaster kept saying to me, Vince, you gotta sneak me in there. You gotta write something for me. I gotta show Vince what I could do. And then I wrote that segment where I put him on color. And he was on color, bro, for 5 minutes. And that 5 minutes made Steve Austin a millionaire over and over and over again. So it's always the guys who never got over. It's always on the writer. It's always on the writer that I didn't get over. Bullshit, bro. You didn't get over because you weren't a main eventer. You were never going to be a main eventer. In the words of the great Dutch Mantel, you were a good little hand. That's what you were, bro. You were not a main eventer.
So we're going back to the Great American Bash. The night after that on Nitro in a backstage segment, Daniels was reintroduced as like this Vampiro higher power. So it's almost like you're redoing the higher power. So what did you envision with like kind of basically like a recycled higher power storyline with the same guy, Christopher Daniels? And why was it dropped so abruptly? Do you remember what happened here?
God, I swear to you, John, if you would have told me Christopher Daniels was on WCW when I was there, I wouldn't have believed you. I do not remember anything about that at all. That's why I said, thanks for reminding me that he was given another opportunity. Bro, he was given 3 huge opportunities from me. 3. Number 1, the WWE and the higher power. And Vince McMahon looked at him and said, are you freaking kidding me, Vince? Like that, he's the higher power? Okay, number 1. Number 2, bro, I wrote him in an angle. No. So number 2 would be this. Okay, now I'm at WCW. I bring him in. Number 3, I wrote him in an angle with Sting at TNA, and everybody told me I was effing nuts. Sting would never say that because you know Sting, but even he was like, what are you freaking doing? And I put him in an angle with freaking Sting, and he could not hold his own. So, bro, I swear I don't remember anything about this. Nothing.
Okay, so it was basically dropped pretty abruptly, and you move on, and obviously Vampiro and Muta start doing this Dark Carnival stuff. Then ICP comes in, so you do move on from it and kind of move on from the Demon as well. So it gets dropped. But You don't even remember having Daniels in WCW.
I don't even, I swear to God, John, that's why when you told me, I'm like, holy shit, I gave the guy another freaking opportunity. Like, I don't remember that at all.
So Nash is the world champion coming into this pay-per-view. Booker T is getting a rematch. Jeff Jarrett's in the title scene. Anybody else that you wanted in the title scene that you could think of besides, remember we were talking about Tank Abbott a while ago, how he was going to be. Anybody else that you wanted in like the main event mix or the title scene as far as
John, I tell you this all the time. When I'm writing a show, it all happens organically. It all happens organically. If all of a sudden the people are behind somebody, we're going with you. Like, bro, I'll give you a perfect example in the WWE. When they really started getting behind, like in LA Knight, you got to go with it, bro. When you don't go with it, you miss that opportunity. You absolutely missed the opportunity. So I don't think that way, John. I'm watching the show. I'm studying the ratings. I'm listening to the crowd. And they're kind of dictating where we go. I've always written that way.